Good afternoon, everyone. We're here at the Drainage District Board of Directors meeting, May 4th, 2021. On March 16, 2020, Governor Greg Abbott granted a request by the Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton to temporarily suspend certain open meeting law requirements to the extent necessary to allow telephonic and video conference meetings in response to COVID-19. In accordance with the law, notice of the meeting of the Board of Hidalgo County Drainage District Number 1 has been posted online for at least 72 hours. Although members of the board are not gathered in a central physical location, we do have a quorum in attendance at this meeting by video conference or telephone call. The board is meeting by the use of Zoom software and telephone transmission, which allows two-way communication for members of the public during public comments. This meeting is being broadcast live online. As we would in any in-person meeting, members of the public who have followed the instructions on the meeting notice for registration to speak during the public comment portion will be called at the telephone number they have provided to speak for the allotted time. All other meeting procedures will adhere to board-adopted procedures to the extent possible. A recording of this meeting is being made and will be available to the public at a later date. We apologize in advance for unforeseeable difficulties and ask for your patience as we navigate these conditions. Now is 1:50 p.m. and I call this meeting to order. We will begin with roll call to establish quorum. Precinct 1.
Afternoon, David Fuentes. Just for the record, it's kind of hard to hear and it's very distorted. So I am here. Thank you.
Thank you, Eddie Cantu, Precinct 2, and let us know, commissioners, if you can hear us better.
Everardo Villarreal, Precinct 3.
Ali Torres, Precinct 4.
We do have a quorum. Is the volume better? Commissioner Fuentes, you're
Yes, sir,
having
it
trouble? How about Commissioner Villarreal? Can you hear us?
I can hear you fine, Commissioner.
Commissioner Torres?
It's a little distorted.
It's a little distorted. How about you, Raul Cecin?
I can hear you well.
Okay. We'll try our best, and I'll ask you guys in a second, see if it got any better. We're going to start with a prayer. Somebody can lead us in prayer.
Laura, are you on? Laura? Can you unmute, Laura?
Okay, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you now. Go
Okay.
ahead.
Lord, inspire us today with all the qualities of good leadership. Give insight to many to make wise decisions, integrity to face the truth, courage to make difficult choices, and compassion for the needs of others. Make us a model of judgment and honor to the world. And let us not forget that our job is to serve. Yes. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, I start again?
No, you're doing just fine. What's happening is somebody's unmuted and they're like 3 minutes behind. And so everybody can mute themselves. We'd appreciate it. You can keep going, Laura.
Okay.
To make wise decisions, integrity to face the truth.
You hear that?
I hear myself.
Yeah, I hear it too. Can
Make us a model.
IT, can you mute whoever's
Let us not forget.
volume is coming in?
Yes.
Yeah, are you listening to the live feed?
Can you hear me?
Somebody has the live feed on.
Start again.
Laura, just do your best. Try to close your ears and continue with the prayer.
Everybody's mute except me.
Go ahead. Keep going, Laura.
How about on the over?
I
Hello.
hear myself.
You sound fine, Ms. Rodriguez.
Oh, okay. They heard the
Continue.
prayer already.
Balde, can I do the prayer?
Everybody's mute except me.
Here, I'm gonna go ahead and do the prayer.
Okay,
Dear Lord Jesus, thank you for bringing us here today to make the best decisions we can make for the county. Help us make the best decisions. Help us listen to the people. Help us listen to what's in the best interest of everybody that lives in Hidalgo County, especially as it relates to drainage. Thank you for everything you've given us. Please help all those people battling COVID, all those people that have suffered this last year because of COVID, and help all those people that are dealing with something that's beyond them. Help them put everything in God's hands. In your name we pray, amen.
If I may,
Okay,
Commissioner,
consent, open
ahead, sir.
forum. Do we have anybody signed up for open forum for drainage?
No, sir.
Go ahead, Raul. Consent.
approval consent, everything's in order, we recommend approval.
Motion to approve?
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. Number 5.
5A, request ratification of approval notice to suspend work number 1, issued to Morewell, a water contractor-led construction contract number ACD 1-20-021-0623, Las Milpas Hidalgo Park Estates. To allow time to resolve during stockpile location requested by City of FAR, suspend order effective date 3/19/21. We recommend approval.
Motion to approve?
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries.
5B, 3 3/4 mile road and Shubat Road Service. Request approval of application payment number 5 in the amount of $170,507.26 from Gonzalez Engineering and Management LLC, construction contract ACDD 1-20-0400-908, project engineer Javier Hinojosa. PO 640-791-21, everything is in order, recommend approval.
Motion to approve.
Second?
All in favor, say aye.
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 Aye. Motion carries.
Item B2, Ola Blanca Road, mile 10 north. Request approval of application payment number 2 in the amount of $103,445.10 from Venture Construction LLC. Pertaining construction contract ACDD 1-20-0440-915, project engineer Guzman Mendoza Engineering. Everything's in order, recommend approval.
Motion to approve.
Second?
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries.
Item 3, request approval of application payment number 4 in the amount of $94,565.61, Morewell LLC. Pertaining construction contract 1-20-29-0623, project engineer Isaguirre Engineering. Everything's in order, recommend approval.
Motion to approve.
Second?
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries.
6A, approval of payment application number 3 in the amount of $342,000 from Science Brothers Construction LLC, pertaining construction contract ACDD 1-20-038-0908, project engineer. Signed divided from my office. Everything's in order, recommend approval.
Motion to approve.
Second?
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries.
Commissioner, 7A, we'd like to go into executive session before we take action consideration for item 7A, sir.
We'll do that. I just wanted to make mention that we have Commissioner Torres, Commissioner Fuentes, and Raul Cecin. They're all driving back from Austin. That's why they couldn't participate with us in person. Thank you for being out in Austin. And I know that Commissioner Villarreal met with some people about the levee breach. And so that's why he's reporting from his office. And I believe you have a meeting on that, Commissioner?
Yes, sir. Right after this, or I'm gonna have to leave a little bit early. I have a meeting with Congressman Cuellar and Judge Cortez, and we're gonna fly the levy on Border Patrol of DPS helicopter.
Okay. And so at this time, we're going to go into closed session under subchapter D of Chapter 551 of the Texas Government Code. Can we go back into closed session?
Motion made to go back to closed session.
Second?
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. We're back. We're back from closed session. It's 2:08. Mr. Cecin?
Yes, sir. On open session, possible action on real estate acquisition. We'd like go ahead, Ivan, if you want to read the
Sure.
record.
Sure. On the cause number CCD 0581H, Hidalgo County Drainage District versus De Leon, the recommended action is to authorize the district to deposit the amount of the Commissioner's Award into the registry of the court to take possession of the property that is the subject of the condemnation proceeding.
Motion to approve?
Can I get it?
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Yes.
For the
Mo-
record, Commissioner Fuentes.
Yeah,
abstained.
motion passes and Commissioner Fuentes abstained from all action. Anything else, Mr. Cecine?
No, sir. That is it, Commissioner.
Awesome. Can I have a motion to adjourn?
Motion made to adjourn?
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carries.
Thank you much. Have a great day.
Okay, we are now at the Hidalgo County Commissioners Court meeting for May 4th, 2021. It's after 2 o'clock. On March 16, 2020, Governor Greg Abbott granted a request by Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton to temporarily suspend certain open meeting law requirements to the extent necessary to allow telephonic and video conference meeting in response to COVID-19. In accordance with the law, notice of the meeting of the Commissioners Court has been posted online for at least 72 hours. Although members of the commission are not gathered in a central physical location, we do have a quorum in attendance at this meeting by video conference or telephone call. The Commissioners Court is meeting by the use of Zoom software and telephone transmission, which allows two-way communication for members of the public during public comments. This meeting is being broadcast live online. As we would in any in-person meeting, members of the public who have followed the instructions on the meeting notice for registration to speak during this public comment portion will be called at the telephone number they have provided to speak for up to the allotted time. All other meeting procedures will adhere to the Commissioners Court adopted procedures to the extent possible. A recording of this meeting is being made and will be available to the public at a later date. We apologize in advance for any unforeseeable difficulties and ask for your patience as we navigate these conditions. The time now is 2:11, and I will start by establishing quorum through roll call.
Good afternoon, David Fuentes, Precinct 1.
Eddie Cantu, Precinct 2.
Everardo Villarreal, Precinct 3.
Ali Torres, Precinct 4.
We have a quorum, and we're going to start with the Pledge of Allegiance, and I wanted to introduce, as we've done before, the veteran that's going to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance. Her name is Jessie G. Luna. He's from the U.S. Army. His date of service is from 1976 to 1991. He ranked as a major. He was an ROT instructor at the University of Texas Pan American from 1985 to 1990, and a Veterans Outreach Coordinator at South Texas College from 2013 2019. We're honored to have Mr. Jesse Luna to lead us in the pledge.
Major Luna, attention. Right face. Present arms.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Order arms. Left face.
Thank you, Major.
Thanks.
We are honored to have our judge, Jerry Munoz, lead us in prayer.
Good afternoon, everybody. I hope everybody can hear me. My name is Jerry Munoz, and I've been asked to lead today's gathering in prayer. If I can have everybody please stand and remove all headgear. For those that can't stand, dear Lord, we ask that you be with us today to give us guidance and patience as we gather for Commissioners Court. We ask that you help us make the best decisions for all the residents of Hidalgo County. As we place our faith in your hands, we ask that you please be with those battling this terrible virus and protect all of those vulnerable souls. we ask for your strength and your knowledge to overcome this epidemic and to continue watching over all of our healthcare professionals, educators, and businesses working throughout this pandemic. Lord, we ask that you be with all of those who ask for your help and present solutions that will improve their quality of life. Finally, Lord, we ask that you bring our community together and encourage everybody to combine their resources as we look forward to a better future. In your holy name we pray. Amen.
Amen. Thank you, Judge.
Commissioners, before I leave, I wanted to thank you all for the invitation to participate in today's meeting. I really appreciate the invitation, but I also wanted to take this time to thank you all on behalf of my staff here at the JP Court in Precinct 2. The Commissioner's Court has been outstanding throughout this epidemic. As you can see behind me, well, first of all, we have this awesome electronic system that we've been using in the court this past year. We have shields for all the witnesses. I'm going to show you, the benches are completely covered. All our party stations are covered in plexiglass. And so I wanted to thank you all for everything that you have done for the court and for the staff. So thank you all, and I wish you all best in your meeting.
Thank you, Judge. We now have the approval of the consent agenda.
Judge, Commissioners, with your permission, I'd like to pull from consent agenda items 13A1 and 2, 14B2, and 14C2.
Can I get a motion on the balance of the consent?
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
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 Aye, motion carries.
Can you guys hold on one moment? We're having technical difficulties here.
There you go. Thank you.
How's that, IT?
We can hear you now. You're gonna have to repeat the.
Okay, so then, for the record, under consent agenda, I'd like to pull consent agenda items 13A1 and 2, 14B2, and 14C2.
Motion to approve the rest of the agenda.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carries.
Okay. Commissioners, for the record, Commissioner Fuentes will be abstaining from any discussion and/or action related to consent agenda item 13A1 and 2. If I could please have approval?
Motion to approve.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carries, and Commissioner Fuentes abstains.
Okay. Commissioners, under consent agenda item 14B2, I'd like to correct the RFB number, which is, to read for the record, 2021-047. Again, 2021-047.
Motion to approve as corrected.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carries.
And consent agenda item 14C2, for the record, all appropriate documentation will be provided and attached, provided to the county auditor's office and attached to the agenda for the record. Action on that item?
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carries.
Thank you.
Real quickly, I wanted to, how many proclamations do we have? Just one?
Commissioner, we have, for precinct 4, we have a proclamation for Bravo Millionaire Book Day, and then we have a proclamation for Mental Health Awareness Month, National Nurses Week, and a resolution, and 2 resolutions. One from Melba Hubbard, the founder of the Melba's Dance School, and the Ed Couch Elsa Powerlifting
Well,
Team.
let's do that. Let's start with whichever.
Okay, with your permission, I'd like to start with Commissioner Precinct 4, the proclamation declaring May 5th, 2021 is Bravo Millionaire Book Day Bash.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Dr. Culbertson from Hidalgo County Precinct 4, Commissioner Ali Torres. Agenda item 80584, approval of a proclamation declaring May 5th, 2021 as Bravo Millionaire Book Day. After the reading of the proclamation, we have some people joining us in the celebration of literacy and education who would like to say a few words. May I read the proclamation? Whereas Bravo is the mascot for the Millionaire Book Reading Program as well as the Millionaire Book Day Bash, and whereas Bravo's Millionaire Book Reading Program is currently taking place in several elementary and middle schools within the jurisdiction of Hidalgo County Precinct 4, and whereas the goal of this program is to entice and motivate students to become avid readers for research and studies indicate that reading frequently improves a student's comprehension and vocabulary. And whereas this program focuses on a three-tier approach: exploration, encouragement, and education. And whereas a Reading a Million Words campaign gained national attention when Congressman Ruben Hinojosa challenged all Rio Grande Valley students to read 1 million words in a school year. Edinburgh CISD accepted the challenge and enlisted all of its elementary and middle schools to participate in this program. And whereas the Millionaires Reading Club has motivated reading throughout schools, impacting the full comprehension levels of all students. And whereas reading 1 million words in a school year is a great achievement for students, giving them a sense of pride, purpose, and accomplishment. And whereas one of the greatest incentives for reaching their goal is knowing that Bravo will make a red carpet appearance with the added incentives of reaching 1 million words within a school year. Now, therefore, be it resolved that the County Commissioners Court of Hidalgo, Texas, does hereby recognize all of the above and declare May 5th, 2021 as Bravo Millionaire Book Day. And again, a few words from a few people with us today.
Let me get a quick approval. Can I get a motion to approve that?
Motion to approve?
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carries.
Thank you.
Yeah, we'd love to hear from you.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
My name is Esther Espericueta, and I'm here with Springboards to Education. And I'd like to thank all of you for your service to our community and for the opportunity to be here today. And we're very excited to celebrate literacy. And with our children nowadays, it's even more important that we help them with our reading program. We are very excited with the success that we've seen, the motivation with our students, and we brought before us today some very good examples of our community as to how the program has worked for the last 15 years. So Bravo has been around for a while, and he's well deserving of an opportunity for our kids to know that Bravo will continue to motivate them in the reading, and we know how important it is nowadays. So at this time, I'd like to recognize the people that are here with us today, one being Ms. Jesusa Ramirez, and there is a little plaque for her contribution to our community, and Mr. Matthew Cantu, and Mr. Eddie Vega. They are very excellent examples of how the program has worked in different aspects of the program. So they will take a minute to tell you a little bit about themselves and how it's helped them. So once again, Commissioners, thank you so much for all you do for our community, and we continue to work together to make a difference in the lives of our children.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Good afternoon. I'm Jesusa Ramirez, and I work with the Reading Renaissance program for the school district, and I oversee the students' reading for pleasure. And this plaque that they gave me is Excellence in Literacy Award, presented to myself, Jesusa Ramirez. But I feel that this award really belongs to the students of the Edinburgh Consolidated School District. They're the ones that read and read and read and read, where they read up to 3 billion words a year. And we have up to 1,500 millionaire readers. And we also have mini millionaires, which are first graders that read 100,000 words in a year, and second graders that read 200,000 words in a year. And that's a lot because in those grade levels, those books are very small, and so they have to read a lot of books. So Johnny's program has really helped them with the incentives for them to read. And every year I get excited and I call Johnny and I tell him, you know, we got so many millionaires, we got so many words, you know, and every year it gets better. This year, we're not quite doing as well as we've have in the past because of COVID, but we still have a lot of millionaires and a lot of kids that are reading over 5 million words right now at this time. So I'll pass it on to Mr. Vega.
Thank you.
Hello, good afternoon. My name's Eddie Vega. I've been with ECISD for 13 years there, and I've spent all my life there at the Mario Ramirez Juvenile Detention Center. So we started as, back in '07, at the old juvenile with one bookshelf, 50 books, and with the collaboration of Ms. Denner, Mr. Gorena, Jesusa, Mr. Rubio, everybody, all the teachers that put all their sweat and tears in that place. We have now 9 bookshelves, 4 book carts, and over 1,000 books. So in the past years, we've hit 35, 40 millionaires. It was a little slow this year because of COVID, but it's only getting better. And like I said, I'm very blessed and very thankful. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello, my name is Matthew Cantu, and I'm a former student of Edinburgh Consolidated Independent School District. I just kind of wanted to touch up on the importance of the impact that the Millionaire Reader Program has. I was first a Millionaire Reader in 2008, back in 3rd grade, and I was a Millionaire Reader up until 9th grade of of high school. And you know, this program really incentivized us to continue reading, and it went beyond just reading. It allowed me to enjoy it so much that I learned to finish all my other work quickly enough to allow room in the day for me to read. So, you know, the impact goes beyond just reading comprehension. I had to learn math more. I had to learn more of my sciences. And, you know, through that, I was able to comprehend better everything that I was reading. And it was a great thing to experience, especially since I was socioeconomically disadvantaged at a younger age, and the incentives that they had for us were something that were earned, not bought. So it put me and my classmates on a level playing field, and that was something that I really respected, and that's something that, you know, that the school district also really expected. Thank you.
Well, thank you for everything you're doing. If we can get a round of applause for these people. I have a comment and a question. My question is, just on average, how many novels would a million words be, more or less?
It could be just 9 books, or it could be 200 books, depending on how many words the book has.
Sure. And then the other, I would be remiss if I didn't advertise that we have our online Hidalgo County Library, and so hopefully kids that can't make it to the library can take advantage of our online library. We've had that for a few years now, but did you all want to take a picture?
Commissioner, this is Ellie Torres. I
Yes,
just wanted to
Commissioner.
add and just also congratulate the Bravo initiative with our students. It truly is an incentive for them to read, and they don't realize how much they're enriching themselves. They may do it for the incentive, but I'll tell you what, they build their vocabulary, they see the exposure to all these places they can travel to through reading a book. So again, thank you all for all you do. Thank you for this program. And I wish this program was in other school districts. So perhaps that can be shared into other school districts. Thank you all for everything you do, and congratulations.
Thank you, Commissioner. Just stand up. Whatever. We're gonna do mass.
That looks great. I'm gonna edit this. One more. Thank you.
Especially from the guy that read my first book in my senior year of high school. So, these kids are way ahead of the game. I think that also shows how old I am. God bless.
Commissioner Cantu?
Yes.
Commissioner, we have for precinct 1, the powerlifting team, Ed Couch Elsa.
Okay, are you gonna introduce that? We have that precinct 1.
Commissioner Fuentes?
Thank you, Commissioner. I think I have somebody from my office on the line to read the resolution because I'm traveling. It may not
Sure.
translate well, so I think I've got somebody from my office online. Nope, I guess not. I guess if you don't mind having somebody from Public Affairs read it then.
Yes, Commissioner, we can read it, and just to
Thank you.
clarify, it is 7A, yes, the Ed Couch also.
Thank you.
Go ahead, Mr. Becerra.
Yes, resolution honoring Ed Couch Elsa powerlifting team. Whereas the women's powerlifting team of Ed Couch Elsa High School reached the pinnacle of success when it won the Texas High School Women's Powerlifting Association 5A Division I State Championship on March 15th, 2021. And whereas joining the top high school competitors in Texas at the state meet in Corpus Christi, the Yellow Jackets compiled 42 points, besting runner-up Sherryland Pioneer High School by 25 points. And whereas the team was paced by 3 individual title winners, Anabel Martinez triumphed in the 97-pound weight class by lifting a total of 650 pounds, nearly 100 more than her closest rival. Dina Flores claimed the gold in the 123-pound division by hoisting 855 pounds, and Georgina Alanis racked up 875 pounds to win the 132-pound class. And whereas the other Yellow Jacket medal winners were Arali Garza at 181 pounds, Evelyn Garza at 220 pounds, and Aisha Garcia at 259 pounds, each of whom finished second in their division. And Zyla Velez, who finished third in the 97-pound class. Also contributing to the Ed Couch Elsa point total were Victoria Peña, who brought home 4th place in the 259-pound division, and Mia Gonzalez, who took 5th in the 165-pound weight class. In addition, Amy Aguirre came in 7th at 148 pounds, and Emma Garza finished 8th at 198 pounds. And whereas excelling through hard work and determination, the Yellow Jacket lifters benefited from the leadership of the team's coaches, Cristian Navarro, Patrick Boutwell, Desidio Robles, and Teresa Garza. And whereas improving themselves on one of the finest powerlifting teams in the Lone Star State in 2021, the Ed Couch Elsa Yellow Jackets have won the admiration of many of their supporters in the local community, and these talented competitors will forever treasure their memories of this achievement. Now, therefore, be it resolved that the Hidalgo County Commissioners Court hereby congratulates the Ed Couch Elsa High School's girls powerlifting team on winning the 2021 THSWPA 5A Division I State Championship, and extend to all those associated with the team sincere best wishes for continued success. Approved this 4th day of May 2021.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
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 Kent.
Motion carries. I think we have Coach Navarro on to say a few words.
Yes, sir. I'd like to go ahead and thank Mr. Fuentes and the rest of the Hidalgo County Commissioners. It's a great honor for you gentlemen to go ahead and recognize our team and their endeavors and all the hard work that they went ahead and put in. I'd like to go ahead and also allow Coach Powell to say a little something about the girls. I know that he was my right-hand man and was there for the majority of the time working with these girls. And he's greatly appreciated for his efforts along with Coach Robles and Coach Gonzalez. Coach Powell.
Hey, first of all, I'd like to say thank you for recognizing us and taking the time out of your meeting to take care and recognize us. Our girls are tremendously hard workers, and we've only graduated 4 of the girls that were in the state meet. One was a state champion, Dina Flores, and the other two, the two runners up, Evelyn Garza and Aurelia Garza are going to graduate, and we graduated 1 more that only went to the regional level. And then all the rest of them are back. 2 of the state champions are back and one is a sophomore and one's a junior. So we're expecting to do great things again next year and represent Hidalgo County and of course at Couch Elsa High School. We really do appreciate your time.
Thank you all very much and congratulations. Keep up the hard work, ladies.
Commissioner, if I may.
Sure. Commissioner Fuentes.
First of all, I'd like to thank the coaches and Ed Couch Elsa ISD and obviously the young ladies behind the coach there, and congratulate them as well for their accomplishments. Obviously, they know that hard work, putting in the hard work leads to great success, changes who you are, changes your determination, and certainly, just like we were talking about in that million word readers, it changes your lives forever because of what you've put into it. And obviously what you get out of it as a human being, developing your skill set, and obviously improving as a person. So I want to take a minute to just, Ed Couch Elsa ISD is a very proud school. I know that they're very competitive, and we see that in these girls and their accomplishments. So I just want to take a minute to congratulate them again and look forward to maybe seeing you again next year in the same forum where we can congratulate you again on back-to-back championships. But to win state as a team means that everybody chipped in and did their part. We sometimes recognize an individual champion, but to recognize a team state champion, that's pretty special. So congratulations to everybody there that was associated with it. Obviously to your superintendent and school board as well. Congratulations to all of you.
Thank you, sir, and expect to have us back again 2 more years in a row.
Awesome.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Yes, congratulations, coach, and to all the ladies, congratulations, great teamwork, and hope to see you again next year.
Yes, sir.
Awesome, thank you. Valde,
Commissioner,
6A?
Yes, if we could go to item 6A. And I believe Mr. Becerra will be.
Yes, Commissioners, I will be reading the resolution honoring Melba Hubbard, founder and owner of Melba's Dance School. May I begin?
Yes, please.
Whereas born near Beaumont, Texas on October 1st, 1927, Melba Hubbard hardly knew life without dance. She started dancing in 1932 at the age of 5. And whereas her mother, Melba Stewart, played piano, providing music for her daughter's ballet and tap classes in exchange for tuition. In those days, even phonographs and vinyl records were not widely available. And whereas after attending and teaching at Lamar University, she became a student at the University of Texas in Austin, where she started UT's first permanent dance team. In 1947, she was selected Miss Austin. She taught dance at the historic Houston-Tilson University and opened a dance studio in Austin, but soon found herself moving to Canada, where her husband, Bill Kinsolving, was transferred. After another job transfer, the young couple found themselves moving to their permanent home in McAllen. And whereas in 1958, Hubbard opened Melba's Dance Studio in McAllen. She built the first building in McAllen dedicated to dance on Sycamore Avenue, but soon outgrew it. She moved to the present location at 2100 North 10th Street and began to acquire properties around the small clothing store she had purchased. And whereas in 2007, when Melba's Dance School celebrated 50 years of dancing, Melba was overjoyed when friends, former dance students, and teachers came from far and wide to celebrate with her. And whereas several generations of Hidalgo County families have been taught the art of dance at Melba Studio, making the school a rite of passage for many in the local performing arts community. And whereas Melba Hubbard passed away at the age of 93 on April 24th, 2021. She is survived by her son, Carrie Kinsolving, Keith Kinsolving, and granddaughters, Lindsay, Emily, and Kylie Kinsolving. She was preceded in death by her parents, Carl and Melba Stewart, her husband, Jim Hubbard, and her daughter, Melba Hubbard, and her previous husband, Bill Kinsolving. And whereas Melba was impressed with Martin Luther's declaration that eternal salvation is a gift to be perceived by faith in Christ alone and not a reward to be earned. Perhaps the gift of God's grace she received at the young age motivated her generosity. Through the years, there have been dance studios whose families struggled to pay their monthly dance bill, but Melba always found a way for her students to continue. Many of them assisted in teaching classes to youngster dancers. Now, therefore, be it resolved that the Hidalgo County Commissioners Court hereby recognizes the beautiful life of Melba Hubbard and the gift of God's grace she received at a young age, motivating her generosity. May she forever be remembered and thanked for sharing her gift with so many in Hidalgo County. Approved this 4th day of May, 2021.
Well, thank you, Hector. I'm her son, and I just want to thank Judge Cortez and all the commissioners for this wonderful declaration, and we look forward to receiving that, framing it, and putting it in Melba's dance so everybody can enjoy it. And by the way, just for the record, it is Huber, okay? Huber, not Hubbard, just for the record, okay? But thank you, Hector, for reading that beautiful declaration. Really appreciate it.
Thank you for being with us here. Mother was a blessing to all.
Yes, I know. She's a unique lady and blessed a lot of, especially women, young dancers coming up, taught a lot of life lessons. We had her funeral yesterday, and you know, we're going to miss her dearly, but her legacy is going to live on, I believe. Melba's Dance has an excellent staff, and we hope all of you will send your young ones to Melba's Dance to continue the legacy. Thank you so much.
Thank you. God bless. Can we get a motion to approve?
Second.
All in favor, say aye. 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 Motion carries. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Next item, 6B.
Mr. Becerra? Mr. Becerra?
Good afternoon, Commissioners. This is Misty Palacios with Public Affairs. I'll be reading the proclamation for the May Mental Health Awareness Month.
Go for it, Misty.
May I begin?
Yes. Yes, ma'am. Go ahead, Misty.
Go ahead, Misty.
Hello? I can't hear. Okay. Let me see. Sorry about that. We were having technical difficulties. Proclamation declaring May Mental Health Awareness Month. Whereas mental health is essential to everyone's overall well-being. And whereas mental health issues are real and prevalent in our nation and community. And whereas mental health helps to sustain an individual's thought process, relationships, productivity, and ability to adapt to change or face adversity. And whereas long delays, sometimes decades, often occur between the time symptoms first appear and when individuals obtain help. And whereas early identification and treatment can make a profound difference in successful management of mental health conditions and recovery. And whereas mental wellness is a growing concern after more than a year-long pandemic that has traumatized the world and collectively tested all of ability to cope mentally with our situation. And whereas despite our knowledge of the need for mental wellness, the issue of mental health remains and often remains a forbidden topic of discussion. And whereas each business, organization, school, government agencies, healthcare provider, and citizen can make a difference by promoting mental health awareness and helping end the silence and stigma that for too long has surrounded mental health and has discouraged individuals from seeking help. Now therefore be it resolved that the Hidalgo County Commissioners Court hereby proclaims May 2021 as Mental Health Awareness and calls upon the citizens, government agencies, public and private institutions, businesses, and schools within Hidalgo County to recommit our community to increasing awareness and understanding of mental health, the steps that our citizens can take to protect their mental health, and the need for appropriate assembled services and support for all people with mental health conditions and their family members. Approved this 4th day of May 2021.
Motion to approve?
All in favor, say aye. Aye, motion carries. Thank you, Misty. As a friend of mine said, he never thought he never could understand, you know, the issues that people have with mental health until himself had issues with mental health. And so we need to help people that admit to, and some that don't admit that having mental health conditions, and we need to get them the counseling and help that they truly deserve. And I think that here at Hidalgo County, we've taken those steps forward to help our staff and the county with those issues. Did we have anybody that was going to say anything on that, Valde?
Good afternoon. Yes, I would like to say something. My name is Miriam Tellez. I'm the school counseling director for La Joya ISD. And county commissioners, thank you so much for this proclamation. This is very significant in our area, especially as a school counseling director. This highlights the importance of the job that our school counselors do every day, every day, and especially during and after COVID-19. This topic will even become so much more important. Again, thank you for this and for recognizing the importance of mental health awareness. I also want to thank our superintendent and our school board of trustees for knowing the importance of making sure that our students and our teachers are well. Again, thank you so much for the proclamation.
Thank you. Anybody else?
If I can follow, sorry, Nadia.
Go ahead, Dr.
I'm Dr. Nancy Rasso. I represent UTRGV's school psychology program. I'm the program coordinator for training our school psychologists that are working out there in the schools with kids, right along counselors like Ms. Diaz mentioned. Our school psychologists are currently known as LSSPs in the state of Texas, licensed specialists in school psychology, but also attend to the mental health of students when their school districts allow them to, but they are trained in addressing mental health issues. So thank you so much for recognizing the importance of mental health awareness in our county and across the nation. Thank you.
Thank you, Doctor. Ms.
Good
Ochoa?
afternoon, commissioners. My name is Nadia Ochoa. I'm the executive director for Palmer Drug Abuse Program. And thank you so much for doing this. I know I represent a drug abuse program. However, we've had to adapt just like everybody else and acknowledge mental health issues in our organization. Because of COVID, it has just brought forth to the forefront so many issues that we have in our area. So thank you for making this proclamation and acknowledging the issues that we have in our area. It means so much to organizations like us and helps us do our job every day. So thank you so much for doing this.
Thank you, Ms. Ochoa. Anyone else?
Thank you, ladies. I think the job you do is very, very important, and we can't thank you enough.
Thank you, Commissioner. Thank you. Sorry for the delay. We'll go back to item 5, open forum. Can you let us know who our first speaker is?
First off, we have Oscar Mandiola.
Is he on the?
He is over the phone.
Okay, there he is.
Mr. Mendiola?
Sí, a sus órdenes. Habla Oscar Mendiola.
Okay, Mr. Mendiola.
Mi nombre es Oscar Mendiola y soy de representante acá de la colonia Lindavista. Soy parte de miembro de la Lupe. Y en este día que quiero darle las gracias a los comisionados, especialmente al señor Eber Villarreal, que nos ha dado la oportunidad de limpiar la colonia sacando toda la basura. Le damos las gracias y esperamos que esto pues siga siendo verdad, ya que esta limpieza pues nos ayuda mucho para limpiar los diques de la colonia, ¿verdad? Porque se aproximan las temporadas de huracanes, ¿verdad? Esa es una oportunidad que nos da el señor Villarreal. También queremos darle las gracias por las atenciones de los trabajadores del precinto número 3, ¿verdad? Se portaron muy amables con todos y es muy importante para nosotros, como decimos, para vivir en un precinto mucho mejor, ¿verdad? Queremos también agradecerle también todas las atenciones que nos han dado. Dice, y es una oportunidad de poder vivir mejor en un precinto más limpio. Al señor Eber Villarreal, muchas gracias. Gracias por todas las atenciones. Eso es todo. Muchas gracias.
Gracias.
Gracias. Thank you, sir. Commissioners, as a quick translation, Mr. Oscar Mendiola is with the subdivision of Colonia Linda Vista, Organization Lupe, thanking the commissioners as a whole and especially Commissioner Eber Villarreal for his efforts with respect to cleaning up the area. Mr. Mendiola mentions the importance of cleaning the ditches during this time, which is the time he's referencing is hurricane season. And again, he wanted to also thank the staff from Precinct 3 that was working on the cleanup.
Next speaker.
Next up, we have Elizabeth Gonzalez over the phone.
Ms. González?
Sí, buenas tardes.
Buenas tardes, Ms. González. Hay un límite de 3 minutos. Yo le voy a avisar cuando le sobra un minuto. Adelante, por favor.
Ok. Hola, buenas tardes a todos. Buenas tardes, comisionado Everardo Villarreal. Mi nombre es Elizabeth Martínez. Soy del precinto número 3, de la colonia Buena Suerte. Quiero pedirle de favor si puede mandar a arreglar la calle, porque cuando llueve se inunda. Por esa causa nos han negado el alumbrado en nuestra colonia. Tengo fotos, si gusta, se las puedo pasar a Kaila para que se las mande y las mire. También queremos pronto empezar la petición del alumbrado. Espero su respuesta. Gracias.
Gracias. Ms. Elizabeth Gonzalez is with the subdivision Buena Suerte, and she is wanting to thank Commissioner Villarreal and asking for assistance with respect to some issues that they're having in their area by way of, I believe she mentioned flooding or water issues in their area. And she also wanted to mention the importance of the streetlight program.
Next speaker.
Next up, we have Maria from the organization Lupe over the phone.
Hola, María.
Sí, buenas tardes. Mi nombre es María del Rosario del Ángel. Soy miembro de la Lupe de la Unión del Pueblo Entero y soy de la colonia Buena Vida de Mission, Texas. Sí, pertenezco al precinto 3. En esta tarde me dirijo al señor comisionado, el señor Everardo Villarreal, para que nos ayude en nuestra colonia en una calle que se inunda. Ya anteriormente se había hecho el reporte y no nos han atendido. Y pues ya estamos en temporada de huracanes. Espero que esta vez sí nos atiendan. Gracias.
Thank you. Gracias. As a translation, Maria is with the organization Lupe. She is with Buena Vida subdivision in Mission, or she is from Mission, and she is requesting of Precinct 3 assistance and help in her subdivision with respect to flooding issues. And she, again, would like for the precinct to work with them in addressing those issues.
Next up, we have Sofia Guzman from Lupe over the phone.
Hola, Ms. Guzmán.
Sí,
Ms. Guzmán,
Buenas tardes.
Buenas tardes. Hay un límite de 3 minutos. Yo le voy a avisar cuando le sobra 1 minuto. Adelante, por favor.
sí, gracias. Mi nombre es Sofía Guzmán y vivo en el 103, Colonia Buena Vida. Quiero pedir al comisionado Abelardo Villarreal que nos pueda ayudar tocante a la seguridad de la colonia. Bueno, incluso ya habíamos tenido varias juntas tocante a las torretas, pero pues no sé qué ha pasado. Quedaron de venir a ponerlas, a colocarlas en un lugar, porque la seguridad de la colonia pues tiene que ser bien, ¿verdad? Para toda la colonia. Gracias.
Gracias. As a translation, Ms. Sofia Guzman is with the organization Lupe. She is from Precinct 3 with the Buena Vida subdivision. She is reaching out to Commissioner Precinct 3, Ever Villarreal, with assistance and help with the safety and security of their area, their subdivision. They would, again, in asking for the assistance, they'd like some feedback from the precinct on their request.
Next up, we have Maria Flores from the organization Lupe over the phone.
Hola, Ms. Flores.
Sí, hola.
Hola, Ms. Flores, hay un límite de 3 minutos. Yo le voy a avisar cuando le sobra 1 minuto. Y adelante, por favor.
Ok. Hola, soy María Flores, miembro de Lupe, de la colonia Buena Vida, del precinto 3. Quería decirle a Villarreal que si nos puede ayudar a arreglar la calle, porque cualquier lluvia que viene se inunda y ya menos vamos a estar en tiempos de huracán. Ya. Y una vez ya la habían venido como a arreglar, pero sigue igual, se inunda. Espero que nos puedan ayudar acá en nuestra colonia Buena Vida. Gracias.
Gracias. Thank you. Ms. Maria Flores is with the organization Lupe. She is with Subdivision Buena Vida in Precinct 3, and she is asking Commissioner Ever Villarreal to help fix an issue that they have with their street with respect to flooding. Any heavy rains cause some flooding on their street. And she also mentions that the importance of addressing the street issue as hurricane season is upon us. She did mention that they have addressed, in the past, the street has been addressed, but they still need assistance in rectifying as a total solution to the street and the flooding.
Okay, next we have Fern McClarty.
Ms. McClarty, there is a 3-minute time limit. I will advise when there is 1 minute, and I will start when you start.
Commissioners, your actions are beyond belief. You have no concept of the conditions of poverty that exist in the county that you serve. Or could it be that you simply do not care about the people you serve? I was surprised when I heard that Senator Chuy Hinojosa and Eddie Lucio Jr. were sponsoring Senate Bill 594 for the purpose of allowing Hidalgo County to collect a solid waste tax in the rural area. My first thought was, do these people not know that over 40% of our population live in poverty? That our tax revenue needs to increase by 7% each year to pay for the new courthouse? Do they not know that, that in Edinburgh, 33,000 students are not in school, and the 4,000 members support staff is not working. The idea of passing a tax bill without a vote of the people brings back memories of Hidalgo County taxing bill that was turned down twice by the people. The second time, 111,822 people voted no. What are you going to tell the people if the bill is approved? Are you going to say, oh, by the way, the state of Texas approved a law that allows only the residents of Hidalgo County to be taxed for solid waste collection in the rural areas? Is it based on the high degree of poverty, high incident of COVID, and county ordered sheltered in place mandate? I wonder what they will say and what you may have promised them to have another tax upon their bills. The ideal ranks up there with the ability of commissioners to convince members of Lupe to lobby for the internet service instead of the county taking the lead on finding a way to open our schools. The internet is not a substitute for our in-class education, for the preparation of serving of meals, for the protection of police force, especially trained to protect our children. The internet cannot come close to the things that they get and receive in the classroom. Funny thing is that just because I have been sitting in this audience, I can tell you whose great idea this was, and I can also tell you about the solid waste contract. It will be, from what we understand, one company. When you have no competition, the prices keep going up. So the people in Hidalgo County out there, you need to know that the commissioners here want to add another tax to your bill so that you can lose your property. You need to call them. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Next up is Sarais from the organization Lupe.
Buenas tardes.
Disculpe,
Perdón.
hay un límite de 3 minutos. Yo le voy a avisar cuando le sobre un minuto. ¿Cómo se pronuncia el?
Saret or Sarid or Saret or Sarid.
Sarid, ok.
Buenos días, mi nombre es Saret García, estoy aquí para presentarme ante los comisionados, ¿verdad? Yo soy organizadora de la Unión de Pueblo Entero en el precinto 4 y ahorita estoy trabajando en el distrito 221 y ahorita mi interés es poner una petición de alumbrado. Tenemos problemas de basura, pero también se van a arreglar y los diques son muy profundos. También, como saben ustedes, ya tenemos más miembros del precinto 2 en la Unión del Pueblo Entero y ahorita estoy trabajando en el distrito 48, en el 20 y en el 26 y tengo un pequeño problema en la colonia Idela, lo cual la señora Blanquita puede hablar.
Buenas tardes, mi nombre es Blanca Muñoz. Estoy aquí, mi cuñada no pudo venir. Ahí tienen un problema muy grande en la vecindad. Es demasiados carros parqueados donde quiera, autobuses que hacen tacos en la noche, los parquean todo el día, en la noche se van, cortan las ramas antes que pase el camión y tiran basura donde sea, en los callejones. Y ella está enferma, ella siempre ha atendido su casa, su yarda, pero está incontrolable, yo lo he visto. Se parquean no permiten que camine la gente por el sidewalk. Tienen que bajarse de la banqueta para la calle y eso puede causar un accidente. Gente que va caminando o niños en bicicleta que no usan el sidewalk porque están los carros parqueados arriba. Yo lo he visto y es unbelievable. Gracias.
Bueno, pues aquí estoy me gusta ayudar a pasar información para el precinto 2, precinto 4. Les voy a dar mi nombre para que si ustedes necesitan ayuda de nosotros, también lo voy a hacer. Muchísimas gracias.
Gracias. Thank you.
Thank you, Miss Eli Torres.
Thank you. As a translation, Ms. Garcia is with the Unión del Pueblo Entero. She resides in Precinct 4, and they're putting together a petition for the lighting. She did mention also that they have concerns and issues with the trash and debris that's being discarded in their area. And Ms. Vela, or Ms. Blanca Munoz, is with Colonia Vela and was speaking on behalf of a relative with respect to issues they're having in their area by way of parked vehicles and food service trucks that are impeding the sidewalk for individuals to be walking on them, causing them or forcing them to use the street as a walkway. She's also bringing up the issue that as a result of the vehicles and the food service trucks in general, that they're having issues with debris being discarded in that area as well. Oh, disculpe, Ivela, yes, Colonia.
McAllen? Gracias.
Next up, we have Sergio Garza.
Mr. Garza, there's a 3-minute time limit. I'll advise when there's 1 minute.
I'm Sergio Garza. I've been here in the valley since 1952. In 1974, I bought a piece of land north of Donna, and it was the greatest feeling in the whole world for me to be standing on land free of anybody telling me what to do. For example, my suegros, who used to tell me, "You're living in a hotel. This is not a hotel." You know, he was always drunk. So I only lasted 30 days in that house, and with the help of God, He helped me buy a piece of property, but I couldn't pay for it, so I joined the Army, and I paid for it. Here's what I'm coming here for. Land, properties, the best investment for all these people that are here in the Rio Grande Valley. And right now, I don't know who all of a sudden became greedy, and they're charging taxes. Every time I turn around, the taxes are going up, going up, going up. And it's a bunch of baloney when they tell you that there's not enough money to pay for whatever they want to buy. Because let me give you an example. 1989, I bought a 10-acre tract, and that 10-acre tract was for $64,000. And the amount of taxes that I was paying, I could not pay for it, but somebody gave me an idea: subdivide, sell half-acre lots. I sold the half-acre lots for $10,000, real cheap. But the problem was I needed to pay for that land. I still have the land. And the taxes all of a sudden jumped a lot. I was paying for 1 half-acre the same thing that I was paying for the 10 acres. So I'm thinking, what the heck happened here? Why am I still paying a lot of taxes? You know?
1 minute.
So I'm telling you, whoever's in charge of getting together, you better regroup again, because the governor of California, they ran him off because of the taxes. They ran him off. He's going to be gone pretty soon. The governor of New York, Cuomo, they're going to run him off for doing the same thing, for being greedy, paying a lot of taxes. I wish that the Rio Grande Valley people like me, myself, the little ones, let's get together and talk to these people that are in charge of raising taxes to stop it.
Thank you, sir. Our next speaker.
That is it, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Okay,
We have item 6C, Commissioner.
go for it.
Item 6C is approval of proclamation for National Nurses Week, May 6th through the 12th of 2021. Mr. Becerra or Misty? Misty,
I will be reading it.
thank you.
Thank you. Proclamation for National Nurses Week, May 6th through 12th, 2021. Whereas May 6th through 12th, 2021 is National Nurses Week. And whereas nurses have been at the front line of a world health crisis, the COVID-19 pandemic, nursing professionals need the support of the communities now more than ever. nursing professionals stand strong as the largest workforce in healthcare, with over 4 million nurses across the United States. And whereas May 12 is the birthday of Miss Florence Nightingale, the founder of modern nursing, for which International Nurses Day has been celebrated since 1965. In 1974, a week was designated by the White House as National Nurses Week in February, with an attested proclamation issued by President Richard Nixon. And whereas in 1982, President Ronald Reagan signed a proclamation designating National Recognition Day for Nurses to be May 6th. As of 1991, the American Nursing Association Board of Directors observes recognition of nurses from May 6th to 12th, ending on a day of significance, Florence Nightingale's birthday. Now therefore be it resolved that the Hidalgo County Commissioners Court hereby expresses deep gratitude and appreciation to all nurses. Thank you for dedication in caring, comforting, healing, and uplifting patients in such a time of illness. In addition, Hidalgo County would like to extend acknowledgement to all nurses for their frontline commitment during this unprecedented COVID-19 health crisis. Your efforts will not be forgotten. Approved this 4th day of May 2021.
Motion to approve?
Second, all in favor say aye. Aye, motion carries.
Aye.
Mr. Salinas, are you joining us on that item?
Yes, sir, I sure am. So Judge Cortez, Commissioner Fuentes, Commissioner Cantu, Commissioner Villarreal, Commissioner Torres. My name is Dr. Aaron Salinas. I'm a nurse practitioner. I'm part of UT Health. I'm also one of the faculty members with the School of Nursing. I'm the president of the Rio Bravo Chachalacas, which is our local emergency nurses association group. And I want to thank you for this proclamation. For the 28 million nurses worldwide fighting the pandemic, we're at the front lines. I'm one of 4 million nurses in the United States taking care of patients every day, making sure that we address our patients' needs, not just as a result of COVID, but we're having to take care of patients' needs who are experiencing issues with COVID and everyone else that we need to provide care for. So I thank you guys from the bottom of my heart for this opportunity to receive this proclamation and recognition, not just for nurses in the Rio Grande Valley, but for all nurses making a difference and providing patient care. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Salinas. We really appreciate everything that nurses do for us, and especially in the pandemic where they serve to provide a lot of the vaccines that we provided countywide. Couldn't have done it without all of your colleagues.
Absolutely, Commissioner. I agree with you 100%.
Okay, 6D.
Ms. Matamoros?
Good afternoon, Commissioners. Laura Matamoros with County Judge's Office. Item 6D, discussion, consideration, and action on amendment to interlocal agreement between Hidalgo County and Reinvestment Zone Number 1, City of Mercedes, Texas. Looking for approval.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carries. Thank you, Laura.
Item 6E, discussion, consideration, approval to appoint Ashley Peña as a volunteer intern under the County Judge's Office for the period of May 17, 2021 through August 14, 2021. Looking for approval.
So moved.
Okay.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Thank you.
Thank you.
Commissioner Fuentes, would you like me to present item 7B? Okay. For Commissioner Fuentes, Precinct 1, item 7B is requesting approval of interlocal cooperation agreement between the South Texas Independent School District and the County of Hidalgo for student transportation staging area for the 2021-2022 school year.
Motion to approve?
Second, all in favor say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. 8B.
Hi, good afternoon once again. Agenda item 80636, requesting approval of the Health Education and Literacy Initiative, HEAL, under the Hidalgo County Literacy Program as authorized under Section 381.004B6 of the Texas Local Government Code. Seeking approval, please.
Motion to approve?
Second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries.
Thank you.
Thank you. 9, Community Service Agency.
Good afternoon, Commissioners. Jaime Longoria with the Hidalgo County Community Service Agency. Commissioners, I do have a proclamation declaring May 2021 as Community Action Month. May I read the proclamation, sir?
Please.
It says, whereas Community Action has made essential contributions to individuals and families across this nation by creating economic opportunities and strengthening communities, and whereas Community Action is a robust state and local force connecting people to life-changing services and creating pathways to prosperity in 99% of all American counties, and whereas Community Action builds and promotes economic stability as an essential aspect of enabling and enhancing stronger communities, stable homes, and whereas Community Action promotes community-wide solutions to challenges throughout our cities, suburbs, and rural areas, and whereas Community Action provides essential services to communities stricken by natural disasters such as hurricanes, fires, and other severe weather conditions, and whereas a Community Action through Hidalgo County Community Service Agency provided over 7,000 hot meals to Hidalgo County residents impacted by 2021 Winter Storm Uri, and whereas Community Action delivers innovative services and supports that create greater opportunities for families and children to succeed, and whereas Community Action responds to the needs of the community in the time of COVID-19, and whereas Community Action through the Hidalgo County Community Service Agency provided over $10 million in COVID-19 assistance in 2020, and whereas Community Action insists on community participation and involvement, ensuring that all sectors of the community have a voice and will be heard, and whereas Community Action is celebrating 57 years of innovation, impact, and providing proven results for all Americans. Now therefore, the Hidalgo County Commissioners Court does hereby proclaim the month of 2021 as Community Action Month in recognition of the hard work and dedication of all community action agencies in the state of Texas and the Hidalgo County Community Service Agency. Approved this 4th day of May 2021.
Motion to approve? Second?
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. Thank you.
Commissioners, just a very brief list and a few comments before I hand it over to our advisory board president. As you well know, our agency is not a frontline responder, but certainly we respond immediately after the crisis. We respond. We're the voice. We hope to be the voice of the vulnerable families of Hidalgo County. We hope to help families not live in a culture of dependency, but actually find a culture of self-sufficiency. I saw that this morning. This morning I went from a house fire to a case of mental health and wellness to a case of homelessness. The scope of the work that we do is immense, and I made a very brief list. The winter storm that I already mentioned, Hurricane Hannah, Operation COVID Shield, where we help the medical community and nurses respond to the educational gap with vaccination and immunizations. The medicine and food drop-off, where we dropped off food at folks' front door. Operation Bravo Zulu, where we help the veterans. Rental assistance, fire recovery, domestic violence, violent crime response, utility assistance. The transition out of poverty, where we take families and we provide assistance to them to help them get ahead in life. Mortgage assistance, our urban county program, just a variety. I can go on and on regarding the services that we provide. Joining me today, I'm honored to have a group of folks that are representative of the people that work every day and do the heavy lifting, so to speak. It all starts off with our board. We have an advisory board led by Mr. Julian Martinez. Mr. Martinez is with us, and I'll turn that over to him in just a minute. We also have Sister Fatima Santiago, who's also on our board. We have our operations manager, Mr. Guillermo Palacios. We have Rene Solis, our lead case manager, Denise Ramirez, Mari Garza, Karen Silva, Clara Chapa, Leslie Villegas, and we may have others of our staff members who are representative of the folks who do the heavy lifting every day. I'm eternally grateful to them for their hard work. There's times that they have to leave their homes, as many county employees and public servants do, in a crisis to attend to other folks. Today, some of our staff is deployed in La Villa, helping families that are recovering from the 2019 disaster. We have folks that are responding to a fire, as I mentioned this morning, and we have other folks that are dealing with a very serious mental health crisis in Weslaco. So all of those folks are representative of the work that we do, and I'm proud to turn this over to Mr. Martinez for a few words. Mr. Martinez?
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
My name is Julian Martinez, and I would like to thank the Commissioners Court and the County Judge Cortez for their undivided support throughout the year, especially in this COVID-19 pandemic. I would like to acknowledge all of the community service agency employees for their commitment and tremendous job in serving thousands and thousands of clients from Hidalgo County. I call them warriors because they not only help out the county of Hidalgo, they extended a helping hand during a crisis in Houston. There was a flooding crisis. They were out there as warriors, providing care for the needy. I would also like to thank all of the advisory board members who are currently serving and committed by providing guidance and support to the community service agency, especially during this COVID-19 pandemic. Thank you.
Thank you.
Commissioners, thank you so much for the proclamation, and we certainly appreciate it. The rest of the month, we'll have a schedule of events, and we certainly invite you either virtually or in person to attend those events. But thank you so much for the proclamation.
Well, Jaime, I would just like to say, because I've seen your staff and I've seen yourself work hand to hand with my precinct through the winter storm, through COVID, and through everything that seems to pop up on a daily basis. I really appreciate all your efforts and your team's efforts. The other day, in February, they were helping us provide some meals to some people, and I think it was like 20 degrees. It was really, really cold, and they stood there and they helped out, and they did everything they could to help our community. So we're blessed to have you and your team.
Commissioner, if I may.
Yes.
Sorry about the echo we're dueling over here, but I think the CSA people are really like our first responders, and they're there at the most critical time, in the time of most need. They always seem to be there. They're like social workers on steroids because they always come through. They come up with great ideas. They share those ideas with us. Whenever you get a call from Jaime Longoria, it's either we got a big award or there's a crisis that he's already addressing on our behalf. So Jaime, to you and your staff, you surrounded yourself with great people. They make you and your department look fantastic. We can't thank you enough for the work that you guys do, and during this pandemic, and even beyond that. I know that you guys are always out there doing great work in our community. So thank you to all of you. You guys are angels here in Hidalgo County. Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner.
Thank you, Jaime.
We'll go on to item 9B, Commissioner.
Please. Yes, sir.
Item 9B, agenda item 80654, discussion, consideration, and possible action to amend the signature document, contract number HHS 8711-00011 by adding $316.48 to the contract, resulting in a total not to exceed contract amount $35,352.47 with the Health and Human Services Commission for the Senior Corps Grant Program. And we'll take it together. Authorization for Jaime Longoria to electronically sign any and all pertinent documents.
Motion to approve?
Second. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Motion carries.
Item 9C, agenda item 80656, discussion, consideration, and possible action to amend signature document contract number HHS 8711-00030 by adding $316.48 to the contract, resulting in a contract not to exceed $5,792.48 with the Health and Human Services Commission for the Senior Corps Grant Program, and authorization for Jaime Longoria to electronically sign any and all pertinent documents.
Motion to approve?
Second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carries.
Item 9D, Agenda Item 80655, discussion, consideration, and possible action to amend the signature document, contract number HHS 8711-00040, by adding $316.48 to the contract, resulting in a total not to exceed contract amount of $6,791.48 with the Health and Human Services Commission for the Senior Corps Grant Program, and authorization for Jaime Longoria to electronically sign any and all pertinent documents.
To approve?
Second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carries.
Thank you, Commissioners.
Thank you. District Attorney's Office.
Good afternoon, Commissioners. Rosalinda Cantu presenting for the District Attorney's Office. Item 10A, Domestic Violence Specialty Prosecutor Grant, Fund 1281. We're asking for approval to submit a DVSP grant number 2931306 grant adjustment to the Office of the Governor.
Motion to approve?
Second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carries.
Item 10B, Victim Assistance Program Grant Fund 1281. We're asking for approval to submit a VAP grant number 2924303 budget adjustment to the Office of the Governor.
Motion to approve?
Second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carries.
Thank you.
Sheriff's Office.
Good afternoon. It's Captain David Friedland for Sheriff J.E. Eddie Guerra. Agenda item 11A, 80582, Part 1, requesting approval of memorandum of understanding between the U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement, Homeland Security Investigations, and Hidalgo County Sheriff's Office with the purpose of designate Hidalgo County Sheriff's Office employees as customs officers. Part 2.
Go ahead, sir.
Go ahead.
Sorry. Part 2, authorization for Hidalgo County Sheriff to sign memorandum of understanding.
Motion to approve?
Second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carries.
Item 11B, 80597, Sheriff's Office Constable Precincts 1, 2, and 4 for fiscal year 2020, Operation Stone Garden Grant, OPSG 1284. Requesting authorization and approval to submit a budget amendment for Frago in reference to the fiscal year 2020 Operation Stone Garden Grant to the Federal Emergency Management Agency, Department of Homeland Security.
Motion to approve?
Second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carries. Captain,
Agenda
can you
item
read,
11C,
can you read C through E together? Captain, can you read C through E altogether?
Read them all together? Yes, sir.
Please.
C 80545, Jail Commissary, approval of certification of revenues by the county auditor and appropriation of funds in the amount of $69,382.01. D, which is 80560, approval of certification of revenues by the county auditor in the amount of $543,904.91. And 11E, 80602, Jail Commissary, approval of certification of revenues by the county auditor and appropriation of funds in the amount of $1,333.20.
Motion to approve?
Second. All in favor say aye. Aye, motion carries.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you. Constable Precinct 4.
At 12A, Commissioners, Judge, can you hear me?
Yes. Yes, sir.
I've got 12A agenda item 80598. Discussion, consideration, approval to appoint Jaime Puente as Deputy Constable myself, Constable Gaitan Precinct 4, in accordance with Texas Local Government Code Section 86011.
Motion to approve?
Second, all in favor say aye. Aye, motion carries.
12B, Commissioners, agenda item 80618, Constable Precinct 4, Operation Stone Garden, 1284. 1, authorization approval to accept grant award from the Office of the Government Homeland Security Grants Division in relation to the fiscal year 2020, March 1st, 2021 through February 2022, Operation Stone Garden Grant in the amount of $120,000 with the authority for county judge as authorized official to accept award electronically.
Motion to approve?
Second, all in favor say aye. Aye, motion carries. Next item,
B2, sorry about that. B2, authorization to pay overtime reimbursement under the grant terms and conditions.
Motion to approve?
second, all in favor say aye. Aye, motion carries.
B3, approval of certification of revenues as certified by the county auditor for a fiscal year 2020 Operation Stone Garden Grant in the amount of $120,000 and the appropriation of the same.
To approve?
Second, all in favor say aye. Aye, motion carries.
Lastly, at 12C, agenda item 80622, Constable Precinct 4, Leos at 1220, approval and the certification of the revenues as certified by the county auditor in the amount of $1,727.36 for the 2021 Peace Officers Allocation Leos Fund awarded and received from the Texas Comptroller of Public Accounts and appropriation of the same.
Motion to approve?
Second, all in favor say aye. Aye, motion carries.
Thank you, Judge. Commissioner, that's all I have.
Thank you very much. Human Resources,
Good afternoon, Commissioners. Erika Reina for the Department of Human Resources. Item 13A, I'm requesting a waiver of the following if applicable. For the personnel items listed, I need action on item number 3, the budget amendment policy, personnel-related amendments.
Motion to approve?
second, all in favor say aye. Aye, motion carries.
Thank you. Item 13B for the County Treasurer, approval of the following personnel actions effective next full pay period, May 11th, 2021. I'm requesting to decrease the supplemental allowance for slot 0009, a payroll clerk 2, and slot 0010, a payroll clerk 3, in the amount of $550 each, and increase a supplemental allowance for slot 0011, a cashier 2, in the amount of $1,100. These allowances are for drainage district duties, and this has no fiscal impact on the general fund. I recommend approval.
Second, all in favor say aye. Aye, motion carries.
Thank you. Item 13C for WIC, approval to create 5 temporary part-time positions for 12 weeks, beginning June 1st, 2021 and ending August 20th, 2021. The slots are T001 through T005. These are Referral Resource Specialist 1 slots. They are grant positions, and they will assist with the summer food program at various WIC locations. I do recommend approval.
Motion to approve?
Second, all in favor say aye. Aye, motion carries.
Thank you.
Commissioners, with your permission, may I go back to Constable Gatan's item, specifically item 12D? Constable.
Yes, I'm sorry, Valde, can you hear me?
Yes, sir, thank you.
I was just texting you, I had forgotten to submit that,
Okay.
it's 12, what was it, 12D, agenda item 80546, Constable Precinct 4. This is the P59 approval of 2021 appropriation of fund balance for Constable Precinct 4, Chapter 59 in the amount of $46,794.75.
Motion to approve?
Second, all in favor say aye. Aye, motion carries.
Thank you.
Thank you, that's all I've got.
Thank you. Go ahead, Erica.
She
she's
completed the
done?
items.
Okay.
Mr. Avila? Good afternoon, Commissioners. For item 14A, subject to compliance with House Bill 1295, when and if applicable, the Irving County Program is requesting the award of bids and approval of contracts with Clayton Homes for the demolition of an existing units, delivery, setup of new mobile homes in the following: pending legal review, 2 mobile homes in the countywide area in the contract amount of $128,980 with Clayton Homes. It's gonna be one mobile home in the outskirts of Edinburgh and the other one in the outskirts of Alamo.
Commissioner Torres, I didn't hear. Did you make a motion?
Yes, motion to approve.
Second, all in favor say aye. Aye, motion carries.
For item 14B, subject to compliance with House Bill 5, the Irving County Program is requesting consideration and action to award and enter into a construction contract with Jimmy Klausner and Sons Construction Company, which is the lowest responsible bidder in the amount of $230,577.50, utilizing the Irving County Program funds for fiscal years 2019. This is for the San Juan Street Improvement Project.
Motion to approve.
Second, all in favor say aye. Aye, motion carries.
Thank you, Commissioners.
15, planning.
Good afternoon, Commissioners. TJ Arredondo with the Planning Department. Item 15A is requesting approval to rescind action previously taken by Commissioners Court on December 30th, 2019. Agenda 73757, item 14A2A. The developer is not going to move forward with the preliminary approved subdivision. Therefore, she is asking for reimbursement of the $1,500 for the on-site sewage system facility. We're recommending approval.
Commissioner Fuentes?
Yeah, but I think Commissioner Torres is frozen.
Right.
Motion to approve?
Okay. They've acknowledged. I just heard Commissioner Torres as well, and Fuentes.
Motion to approve.
Aye.
Second, all in favor say aye. Aye, motion carries.
Thank you.
Diana, I'm gonna ask you for a big favor.
Yes, Commissioner.
Can you hold off for a second? Just in case, because I have these guys breaking in and out. If you can hold off for a second and see if we can get, because some of these checks need to get approved. I don't want to put you off because I know it's important, but I might be in between. I need some time here. Commissioner Torres. Oh, there you go. You look frozen, but give me 1 second, Diana. I'll come back right back to you. 16B. Sergio, 16B.
Sergio, you're muted. There you go.
Sorry. Discussion, consideration, and approval to participate and submit the May 2021 LRGVDC Road to Recycling Participation Acknowledgement Form.
Motion to approve.
Second, all in favor say aye. Aye, motion carries. 16C.
16C, 1 and 2 is approval to undesignate funds in 2020 for expenditures related to the following programs as listed on the agenda. And 2, approval of 2021 unappropriation of funds for the programs as listed on the agenda. Recommend approval.
Motion to approve.
Second, all in favor say aye. Aye, motion carries.
16D1, approval of 2021 appropriation of funds in the amount of $30,000 for supplemental court guardianship expenditures.
Motion to approve.
Second, all in favor say aye. Aye, motion carries.
And item 16D2 is approval of 2021 appropriation of funds in the amount of $67,120 probate court contribution fund expenditures.
Motion to approve?
Second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carries. I'm gonna do purchasing and then I'm gonna come back to you, Diana. Just give me 5 minutes. Purchasing, 17A.
Yes, hi, Commissioner. Item 17A1, requesting approval of amendment number 12 and 13 between Hidalgo County and Architect HDR to include the following scopes of work in connection with the construction of the new Hidalgo County Courthouse project. A, requesting Commissioners Court take action on amendment number 12 and confirm if recommendation will be to proceed without or with the optional services.
What's the wishes of the court, with or without? You want to go ahead and read them so that, what's the difference between with and without?
Amendment number 12 is cameras, design work, including expenses. Optional is the add design of the local intercom and or controls at each court holding location. That's a total of $8,300. The total amount without optional services is $9,650, and with optional services is $17,950.
Well, what's the recommendation with?
Commissioner, is, I noticed that on the agenda here, it says pandemic preparedness. I'm gonna ask, is any of this qualified under the CARES Act or the relief package that we're expecting?
Sergio?
Judge, Commissioner, we believe that it might qualify under that. However, the Treasury guidance hasn't been issued yet. We expect it to be issued next week, but we do expect it to be able to be eligible under ARPA funds.
Well, would it have qualified under the CARES Act?
You know, under the CARES Act, it will as well, as long as the services are provided before the end of the year.
Per se anymore, but I'm looking at qualification. I would guess the relief is going to be pretty close to the standard that CARES Act had.
Yes, we do expect that the purposes should be similar with the ARPA fund, similar to CARES Act. We would recommend approval of those safety features for the local intercom that could be used by the sheriff's office.
I'm okay with that.
Okay, Commissioner, I'm with you too. I'm okay with all of this, but let's just go back to A1, and I'm gonna make a motion to approve with the optional services.
Okay.
Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor, say aye. Aye, motion carries. Now, the next item is B, requesting Commissioners Court to take action on Amendment 13. This is the one you were referring to, Commissioner Fuentes. I make a motion to approve Amendment number 13.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carries.
Okay. Next item, 17B1 for Precinct 1, requesting approval to purchase one 2020 Peterbilt 337 Peterson TL3 with accessories in the amount of $187,511.79 through the county's membership with TASB Buy Board Cooperative Contract from Rush Truck Center. Motion to approve.
Second, all in favor, say aye. Aye, motion carries.
17C1 for Precinct 4, requesting approval of amendment number 1 between Hidalgo County and Texas A&M University in order to exercise our option to extend for 1 year and reflect the names of the elected officials currently in office. Motion to approve.
Second, all in favor, say aye. Aye, motion carries.
17D1 for the Health and Human Services Department. A, discussion, consideration, and action to approve a necessary CARE Act Relief Fund expenditure to cover costs not accounted for in the current budget and cannot be lawfully funded by line item, allotment, or allocation for the purchase of disposable gloves in order to assist the county medical expenses addressing the ongoing COVID-19 public health emergency. The court, having reviewed the agenda item briefing attached herein, finds that such expenditure is reasonable and necessary for the intended use.
Motion to approve.
Second, all in favor say aye. Aye, motion carries.
Item B, requesting exemption from competitive bidding requirements pursuant to Texas Local Government Code 2620224A1, an item that must be purchased in case of a public calamity if it is necessary to make the purchase promptly to relieve the necessity of the citizens, and item necessary to preserve and protect the public health and safety of the citizens.
Motion to approve.
Second, all in favor say aye. Aye,
Aye.
motion carries.
Item C, requesting authority to purchase disposable gloves and Lysol from Granger under Texmas awarded contract in the total amount of $151,865.
Motion to approve.
Second, all in favor say aye. Aye, motion carries.
Item 2, requesting acceptance and approval of work authorization number 2 with an estimated cost of $8,550 as submitted by HAF Associates through On-Call Professional Engineering Services Agreement for repairs, renovations, alterations, additions, and/or other related services for the electrical system renovations to county-owned buildings project.
Motion to approve.
Second, all in favor say aye. Aye, motion carries.
17-1, the Sheriff's Office, acceptance and approval of final negotiated contract with Dr. Gregorio Pina III for psychological evaluation services for law enforcement, including the best and final offer, subject to compliance with Form 1295.
Motion to approve.
Second, all in favor say aye. Aye, motion carries.
Item 2, requesting approval of lowest bid proposal of $1,333.20 from Rabba Kistner for construction material testing of the construction of wall partition project located at the Sheriff's Office Adult Detention Center under Precinct 4 on-call agreement, work authorization number 4.
Motion to approve.
Second, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
17F for the District Attorney, requesting approval of interlocal agreement between Hidalgo County Criminal District Attorney's Office and the State of Texas, acting through the Texas Facilities Commission for purpose of common goal of the parties to accept in contract for the sale of the county's forfeited property by TFC through the State Surplus Program with authority for Hidalgo County Criminal District Attorney Honorable Ricardo Rodriguez to execute agreement.
Motion to approve.
Second, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carries.
Item 2, requesting acceptance and approval of the final negotiated multiple contracts for psychological evaluation for defendants, including the best and final offer with Dr. Gregorio Pina III and Mid-Valley Behavioral and Psychological Services.
Motion to approve.
Second, all in favor say aye. Aye, motion carries. We'll go back to 16A. Diana, are you still there?
Yes, Commissioner, I'm here.
Thank you for your patience.
County
Diana.
Commissioners, Judge Diana Huerta with the Hidalgo County Wellness Program. Item 16A is status of the Hidalgo County Wellness Program. I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen to start the presentation, Commissioners. Okay. So today I'm gonna give you an update on the following programs, which is the Diabetes Management Program, Teladoc Health, Employee Assistance Program, and also talk to you about the monthly wellness program newsletter and some upcoming events. For the Diabetes Management Plus program, we have a total of 40.4% enrollment rate. This is actually the one that we have seen a highest increase in the enrollment rate. From the previous one was 34, so there is a 6% increase in only 1 month, which is great. We do have a total of 154 enrolled members. And another important factor to mention is that this is one of the programs where we see a little bit of more balance between genders. So we have a 59% of female members utilizing this program compared to 41 males. We usually see with our other programs at 70 or 80% being female, so it's great to see that there's more balance in this program utilization. Also, our main age group, it's 45 to 54 and 55 to 64. Those are the main age groups that have been utilizing this program. For the next one, we have Teladoc Health. We have a total year-to-date visits of 453 with an annualized utilization of 45.4%. Our total net claim savings is over 60,000 for the first 3 months, and we are also seeing that we're almost there to reach the 2,000 registrations. So hopefully within the next 2 or 3 months, we should be getting to those 2,000 registrations for the program. Next one is the Employee Assistance Program. We do have a projected annualized utilization of 3.49. Last year, after the first 3 months, we had a 2.61, so there's definitely an increase. The goal is to achieve the 4.0 or a little bit more at the end of the year. So we're definitely heading to the right direction. It's also interesting that we're starting to see members, family members and dependents also utilizing this program. So last year we had 91% of services being used by employees, and now it's over 20% that family members and dependents are using. So we're gonna continue to promote that not only for employees, but also for family members. Lastly, I did wanted to mention about our first edition for the Hidalgo County Wellness Week. This is our new monthly newsletter that we're gonna be sending to all county employees. We do have a couple of sections, including the Wellness Champion, which this month we highlight Ms. Ivana Black from Public Affairs. We definitely have seen the program has had with the statistics and with the numbers, but we also wanna highlight some success stories. So hopefully through this newsletter, we're gonna be able to do that as well. We are also gonna discuss some of the past events, upcoming events, and highlight some of our benefits as well, with the intention to increase that communication with employees and hopefully reach out to more of them. Lastly, some of the upcoming events, we do have our Precinct 2 fitness classes at 5 a.m., 12 p.m., and 5:30 p.m., Monday to Friday. We do have 4 awareness campaigns: mental health, stroke awareness, high blood pressure education month, physical fitness, and sports education month as well. And we have 4 main events this month as well. If there are any questions, I'll be happy to answer. If not, thank you so much.
Great job, Diana. Keep up the good work. Any questions, commissioners?
Good job, Ms. Pumpa. Very good job. Thank you.
Thank you, commissioners.
Thank you, Diana. Valde?
Judge, Commissioners, item 18A, 1 and 2, there's no action to be taken this week. Item B, there was a request to place this back on the agenda, is discussion, consideration, and action on legislation in support of additional district courts. As the court is well aware, there was a legislation, or there was a resolution in support of 1 district court. That action was taken a few weeks back, but again, there was a request to place this back on for additional district courts. What are the wishes of the court?
Did a commissioner put it on? Did somebody want to consider it?
No, there was communication through the county judge's office. And so the county judge's office asked me to place this on, but the communication was with their office.
I think we spent a lot of time on this, and we decided collectively to add additional court unless commissioners had something else.
Commissioner, I didn't put this on. I think if it came through the judge's office, maybe we should ask to see if maybe we can get, the next time we have a meeting with him, so that we can consider this if it's going to be under consideration.
Yeah, once we have the full court, maybe.
Okay. All right, so there's no action to be taken today.
Okay.
Okay, Judge, Commissioners, unless commissioners, if y'all would like to go to executive session, I can address the 2 claims in open session.
I think I have one thing for executive session,
Okay.
but only if Commissioner Torres can stay on.
Commissioner Torres?
Yes, yes.
Y'all have 5 minutes.
Sorry, I think I pressed the wrong button. I'm here. Yes, sir.
Okay, we're gonna go to executive session. So as per chapter 551 of the Texas Government Code, section 551071, 072, 074, and 087, can I get a motion to go to executive session?
So moved.
Second, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carries. This shouldn't take longer than 5 minutes. Thank you. We're back from closed session at 4:03. Valde?
Thank you, Commissioner. If I may, under open session, let me just get to it real quick. Under open session, item 22A, real estate acquisition appropriation for same, there's no action to be taken. 22B, pending and or potential litigation, there's no action to be taken. 22C, discussion, consideration, and possible action regarding response to public health emergency. Commissioners, I'll refer back to item 19 in a minute or so. Item 22D, claim of Jesus Hinojosa. Commissioners, I'd like settlement authority to make an offer in the amount of $412.
Motion to approve?
Second, all in favor say aye. Aye, motion carries.
Item 22E, claim of Paola Herrera et al. Judge, Commissioners, I'd like settlement authority to make an offer in the amount of $2,485.71.
Motion to approve?
Second, all in favor say aye. Aye, motion carries.
Commissioners, for the record, item 21A, there's no action to be taken, and 21B, there's no action to be taken. 23, closed session, there's no need to go back to closed. 24, open session, there's no action as we're not going back to closed. So if I may go back to item 19, discussion, consideration, and possible action regarding A, county response to disaster health emergency, 1, CARES Act funds. There's no action to be taken this week. 19B, measures necessary to preserve public health and safety. Again, there's no specific action to be taken this week. Item 19C, direction regarding county government operations, including but not limited to essential functions. Commissioners, as we have been now doing for quite some time, we continue to follow CDC recommended guidelines, hand sanitation, hand washing, facial covering, social distancing. Again, the public health and safety of our residents doing business with the county is first and foremost, as is the health and safety of our employees providing that service.
Can I have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second, all in favor say aye. Aye, motion carries. Y'all be safe. See you soon.